viewers, my dear friends, students. My name is Ashok Sen Gupta from School of Management Sciences, Lucknow. Today, our topic of discussion is leverage analysis. In previous topic, we also discussed about the leverage analysis. In previous video, I was discussed on the concept of leverage and how we can calculate what is the financial leverage. In today's topic, we will discuss the other method of the leverage and how we can calculate them. So, as we know, the degree of financial leverage is EBIT upon EBT, EBIT upon EBT, and with the help of degree of financial leverage, we get it easy to calculate and find out the how much risk and what is the impact of one variables to the another variable. So, this concept will easily understand by this question. This question belongs to the calculation of financial leverage with degree of leverage. Question is, ABC company has currently an equity share of 40 lakh, consists of 40,000 equity share of rupees 100 each. In the management is planning to raise another 30 lakhs. The management is planning to raise another 30 lakhs to finance a major program of expansion. This means company having the 40 lakh equity share, 40 lakh capital, share capital of the company is 40 lakh, having 40,000 equity share of 100 each. Company going to plan to expand, company going to plan for expansion, and for the expansion company need 30 more lakhs, 30 lakh more, but company decided to choose the best option of finance. Company has decided to choose the best option of financing, and here company have 4 options. Company have 4 options. First option is entirely through the equity shares. सब कुछ इक्विटी शेयर से ही ले लें, यानी कि 30 लैक्स जो हैं इक्विटी शेयर इशू कर दें 30 लैक्स के और मार्केट से 30 लैक्स ले लिया जाए. सेकेंड ऑप्शन इज 15 lakh in equity of rupees 100 each and balance through 8% debenture, balance through 8% debenture. So, 8% debenture is debt. So, company now want to go debt equity mix. Here 15 lakh by equity and remaining 15 lakh by debt. Third option, company have issue 10 lakhs of equity share having 100 rupees each, that means 10,000 shares of rupees 10 each, 10 lakhs, and balance by long term borrowing of 9% per annum, not debt, long term borrowing like take a loan at rupees 9% per annum interest rate. This is another option कि 10 लाख रुपये मार्केट आप इशू करिए इक्विटी और बाकी 20 लाख रुपए का आप मार्केट से लोन ले लीजिए, बैंक से लोन ले लीजिए. फोर्थ ऑप्शन, कंपनी हैविंग टू फाइनेंस 15 lakh equity share through equities, 15 lakh through equity, 15 lakh through equity, and remaining 15 lakh we need 30 lakhs. So, 15 lakh from equity and remaining 15 lakh by issuing preference shares, and we know that the rate of preference share is fixed, therefore, at 5% interest rate. Company had declared that they will, if they choose the option 4, then they will pay interest of rupees 5% annually to the equity preference shareholders. Expected value or expected operating profit is 15 lakh and taxation rate is 50,000. Now, in this question we are going to calculate the best alternative and degree of leverage. So, you can see here the chart is given by I just prepared this chart, plan 1, plan 2, plan 3 and plan 4. So, equity share in case 1, equity share in case 1 is total number is 70 lakh, 40,000 previous and new 30 lakhs, 40 lakhs and 30 lakhs new, so total 70 lakhs. In plan 2, 40 lakhs previous and 15 lakhs new share. Plan 3, 40 and 10 and plan 4, 40 and 15. So, these are the 4 alternatives for the equity shares. Now, total number of share in this case 70,000, 55,000, 50,000 again 55,000. In plan 2, company going to opt the debenture. So, here 15 lakh debentures. Plan number 3, 9 lakh debentures, sorry 9% long term borrowing, and in plan 3 they are going to borrow 20 lakhs, and last one is 15 lakhs, 5% preference shares. So, company having the various options, this option, this options, this option and this option. There are 4 various options company going to adopt and going to choose. Now, how we can calculate? Let us see how we can calculate. EBIT in all the cases, EBIT in all the cases are 15 lakh. So, EBIT in all the cases, EBIT in all the cases here 15 lakh. We know we have to subtract or less or deduct the interest. So, in first plan we do not have any kind of debenture or borrowing. So, we do not need to pay any kind of interest of borrowing. In plan number 2, we are going to take debentures, we are going to take debentures. So, how much debenture? 15 lakh at 8%. So, 15 lakh into 8%. If we multiply it, it equals to 1,20,000. 1,20,000. This is the interest paid to the debenture holders. In plan 3, we are going to borrow a long term loan of 9%. We are going to borrow a long term loan of 9%. This is the plan 3. This is a plan 3, long term loan of and interest rate is 9% and total amount going to borrow 20 lakhs. So, 20 lakhs 20 lakhs into 9%, that is equals to 1,80,000, 1,80,000. 1,80,000. So, we deduct this from this, and in fourth plan there is no interest, there is no such interest. So, there is no in first and fourth no interest. After subtracting this one, we get 15 lakh EBT, earning before tax, 15 lakh, 13 lakh 80,000, 15 lakh minus 1 lakh 20, 15 lakh minus 1 lakh 80,000, 13 lakh 20,000, and here 15 lakh. Now, next step is to deduct the tax, and we know that the tax rate is 50%. We know that the tax rate is 50%, to 50% tax. So, 50% of 15,000 is 7 lakh 50,000, 50% of 13 lakh 80,000 is 6 lakh 90,000, 50% of 13 lakh 20,000 is 6 lakh 60,000, and similarly 50% of 15,000 is 7 lakh 50,000. We get, finally we get amount after deduction of tax 7 lakh 50, 6 lakh 90, 6 lakh 60, and 7 lakh 50,000. Now, here this is the amount remaining for the shareholders, but before payment of the equity shareholder, we must know that we should know we have to pay dividend to the preference shareholder. So, in the fourth plan, we planning to borrow from preference shareholders. We planning to borrow from preference shareholders, and the amount is 15 lakh. So, 15, if you are going to borrow from 15 lakh from preference shareholders at 5% interest rate, then dividend will be pay is 75,000. 15 lakh into 5% is equals to 70. Okay. So, after deducting the residual amount, we having the earning for equity shareholders, earning for the equity shareholder. This is the earning for the equity shareholders. Okay. This is the earning for the equity shareholders. Now, for EPS we must have the number of equity shares. So, number of equity shares in first case 70,000, in previous slide already discussed 70,000, 55, 50, 55, 70,000, 55,000, 50,000 and 55,000. Divide the this amount to this amount. 70,000 is number of shares. So, 7,50,000 divided by 70,000, we receive 10.7, similarly 12.5, 13.20 and 12.27. Degree of leverage, formula is EBIT divided by EBT. So, EBIT divided by EBT, in this case the degree of leverage is 1. In this case 1.087, in this case again 1, and in this case 1.36. Hence, in plan 3, earning per share of the equity shareholder is highest among the 4. Earning per share for the equity shareholders is highest among the 4 plans. Therefore, we will choose the 4th plan 13.30, and if there is risk and return. So, there is a degree of leverage is very high, and it is 1.36, this one. So, in plan 4, we finance the 30 lakh by 15,000 equity shares, 10,000 equity shares, and remaining 20 lakh from long term borrowing. Have a look. So, in plan 3 we have equity share 40 and 50, 40 existing, 10 new, and this one. So, this is the best alternative among the 4. So, company will have to choose the third alternative and go through the long term borrowing instead of issue of debenture or preference shares to finance the expansion of the firm. So, this is the proof of financial leverage, and here I also give you how to calculate the financial leverage with degree of leverage. And here we are able to prove that when we use long term debt or debenture at optimum level, it always increase the earning per share, of the shareholders. Now, our second type of leverage is operating leverage. So, operating leverage is a accounting or cost accounting formula that measures the degree to which a firm or project can increase operating income by increasing revenue. A business that generates sales with a high degree of gross margin or low level of cost at high operating leverage. Similarly, as in financial leverage, we able to understand that by using the fixed debt, we can increase the earning per share. This is about the income and revenue. This is about how company use its fixed cost and give the leverage to the profit. So, operating profit is accounting formula, and that measures the degree to which a firm or project can increase operating income by increasing revenue. Companies with high operating leverage must cover larger amount of fixed cost each month, regardless to the whether they sell any unit or product. Low operating leverage companies may have high cost that vary directly with their sales, but lower fixed cost to cover each month. Company need to cover the fixed cost each and every month. If company covers the fixed cost, then it will be profitable. otherwise it is quite difficult to survive in the market. Companies operating leverage having a highest cost that very low varying directly to the sales. The operating leverage with indicate changes in the sales volume. So, degree of operating leverage we can calculate with the help of contribution divided by profit. Degree of leverage is quantity into contribution margin divided by contribution into fixed operating cost. So, clearly C contribution equals to C, and C is means sales minus variable cost, sales minus variable cost. So, the above formula we can change CS minus V divided by B, or C minus P. In term of quantity, degree of operating leverage, we can Q into C divided by Q into C minus fixed cost, or we can change the value of C Q into S minus V, Q into S minus V minus FC, So, this is the formula. The operating leverage formula is used to calculate the company's break even point and help set appropriate selling price to cover all cost and generate a profit. The formula can reveal how well a company is using the fixed items such as warehouses, machinery, equipment to generate the profit. The more profit of a company can squeeze out the same amount of fixed assets, the higher operating leverage. So, fixed cost is always be the same, and how we utilize that fixed cost is very important part. If you have a warehouse and you are just using a small space in that and paying the rent of the whole warehouse, then your overall profit will diminish. Better to use, because you are paying the same rent for per square feet and using the small square feet area. So, it is very important to squeeze your profit from the fixed cost, use the fixed cost. If you are paying rent for a machinery, then utilize that machine, because you are paying it for that hourly basis, weekly basis, day basis, whatever the charges you are paying to use that machinery, use as a fuel. Use that machine properly at full utilization, 100%. So, question is, John Software lead a software business having a most increased fixed cost for upfront development, and John fixed cost is 7,80,000 goes toward development salary and per cost unit is itna from 0.08. Company sell 3 lakh unit of rupees 25 lakh each. Give the software industry involved in development of machinery, sales, and include range of the application from network system and operating management to customize the enterprises. Here the fixed cost is 7,80,000 and company is going to sale volume is 3 lakh and the company is selling 25 each. Here the leverage is 3 lakh into this, and this is fixed cost. This is contribution, sales minus variable cost. It is sales minus variable cost, this is sales, and this is sales minus variable cost or contribution fixed cost as per the formula. So, the leverage is very high, leverage is very high. This means 10% increase in the sales will yield 12% increase in profit, that is going to 120%, that going to 120%. When we increase the sale by 10%, it increase 12% profitability. So, degree of leverage is very high in this case. So, this is the use of operating leverage by using the fixed cost. So, this one is fixed cost. Another question, capacity is 1000, operating capacity 800, selling price 10, variable cost 7, situation 800, 1200 and 1500. These are the 3 situations A, B, C having the fixed cost of 800, 1200 and 1500. In this case, sales 800 same, variable cost rupees 7 into this one, variable cost rupees 7 per cost and operating capacity 800. Okay. So, it is contribution this minus this. Now, less fixed cost, in first case 800, second case this one and third case this one. So, we receive operating profit of 1600, 1200 and 900. Operating leverage contribution divided by operating profit 1.5, 2 and 6.5, and break even point is 5000. So, here in this case we conclude that by using situation C is the best operating leverage and having the break even point of 5000. This is the use of operating leverage. So, my dear friends, hope you understand this topic operating leverage, and these are some references. Thank you for watching this video.